Isfahan, the blue and ochre city. A city of 2 million inhabitants, permeated by multiple Ottoman, Mongolian, and Persian influences. This stopover on the Silk Road is an oasis in the middle of the Iranian desert plateau, 340 kilometers south of Tehran. It is the third largest city in Iran, perched at 1,570 meters above sea level. To admire the wonders of Persian architecture, one must walk the streets of the city up to the vast Meydan Imam Square. It is dominated by a jewel of sacred Persian art, the Shah Mosque. Also known as the Imam Mosque, it was built in the 17th century under the orders of the Safavid ruler Shah Abbas I. This masterpiece, known for its immense dome with blue glazed ceramics, was to be the symbol of the Safavid dynasty's royal and spiritual power. The sovereign wanted to make Isfahan a flamboyant capital, so he drew up the plans for a new city. Facing the Shah Mosque, the Maidan Imam is the nerve center of the city. It is one of the largest squares in the world. The Great Bazaar of Isfahan encircles its gardens. And as soon as the sun rises, the shops are open. Craftsmen and traders appear to be always working. The heirs of centuries-old traditions, they have made the city prosperous. To erect his new building, the king summoned the best craftsmen and placed at their disposal the most beautiful materials. But 4 centuries have passed. The weather and extreme temperatures have altered the beauty of its ceramics. For several years, a restoration program has been trying to preserve this exceptional monument with the support of UNESCO. This painstaking work provides for the restoration of the dome's mosaics, as well as for the interior facades of the courtyard. A skill that only a few craftsmen master, and which is practiced as a family. Hossein Pakdel is in charge of this long-term project.
This art has been in our family for generations, passed down from father to son since the Safavid era to reach me. And I hope with God's help to fulfill my duty in turn. I work alongside my brother and father, and we have the task of renovating the decoration of the facades and the cupola.
When the doors of the mosque close after the last evening prayer, it is no longer the songs that are heard under the domes, but the regular hammering of the Pakdel Kashitarash family, father and son. They each have their speciality. The task of drawing the complex restoration plan of the mosaics belongs to Ali Pakdel, the younger brother.
What you see here is a large plan of a part of the dome. It is only 1/16 of the dome.
After putting the numbers on, we cut the paper. We must be precise, and even if we have 100 meters of paper, we must not be wrong. We have to be on the lines and without rulers. And then we glue the cuts to the tiles.
Each piece is composed of about 25,000 pieces of earthenware of different sizes and shapes. And on the whole dome, we have about 500,000 pieces over the entire surface.
My maternal grandfather was also in this trade. He was called Master Hossein Kashitarash, tile cutter. Because at the time, in the registry office, to choose names, they took the name of the trade. So my grandfather's name was Hossein, and his family name was tile cutter, Kashitarash.
To cope with the scale of this project, the ceramicists work late in the cool of the night. The Pakdel Kashitarash family is proud of the mission entrusted to them, to erase the passage of time on the splendors of the Shah's mosque. Once cut, the pieces of earthenware are assembled on the dome's mold, like a puzzle. They will then be glued together to form plaster panels that should not weigh more than 50 kilos.
These 500,000 pieces add an enormous weight to the dome. In fact, we have almost 1,000 tons of excess weight on the dome, counting the panels and the plaster. So in total, it adds almost 1,000 tons just for decoration. And at the time, our ancestors, our forefathers, had designed this cupola so that it could support this enormous weight, and they made very precise calculations.
To immerse yourself in the subtle art of Persian ceramics, one must push open the doors of the workshops. The best craftsmen of the city are here, in the winding alleys of the Great Bazaar. Alleys and shops that are so busy during the day, the artists prefer to work in the calm of the night. Tolerating neither rulers nor compasses, silence and concentration are imperative to the exercise of this delicate art. The refinement of drawings and paintings is always performed freehand. When night falls on the Iranian desert, the ochre and blue ceramics of the Shah Mosque are reborn under the expert hands of the craftsmen of Isfahan. King Shah Abbas I had predicted this. It would be paradise on earth. The 1,000 reflections of the arabesques of the Pishtak and the Great Dome will still shine for a long time to testify to the refinement of this dynasty of Persian builders. As the night draws to a close, it is already time for prayer at the Shah Mosque, the first of the morning.